I was thinking right now, like, maybe he's Japanese. I'm so sorry. The second look, I thought, maybe he's Japanese.
You have to apologize for it.
I'm so sorry. 안녕하세요. I'm Andrea. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Spain, Barcelona. So nice to meet you guys. So now I've been living in Korea for 6 months. I'm actually here with a working holiday visa, so I'm staying for like a whole year. I think they three are really different, especially since I came to Korea because I know them better. I think, for example, Korean people, I can distinguish them usually for their clothes. I think Korean people like simple fashion and trendy. So in Spain, we think that Korean people, it's more similar to Western people. We think that Korean people is really talkative, and then that makes them different from Japanese and Chinese people. We think Japanese and Chinese people are usually really shy people, and they don't really like to talk to foreigners, especially. Japanese people, I think we think about them that they really like colorful things, and then they usually don't express their feelings. And then about Chinese people, I think for Spanish people, they look more like cold. They don't like talk or express either like Japanese people, and there are a lot of like really rich people, and also that they work for like really long schedule every day. I only have Chinese and Korean friends. In Spain, there's like a really big population of Chinese people. So since I was little in my school, I used to have Chinese classmates. So I think because of that, I could like meet them because the only friends that I have, like Chinese friends, are friends that I made in like high school or school. But apart from that, I've never met like any Chinese people in the street, like by talking. But then my Korean friends, I met them just like walking in the street or like in restaurants. I think Korean people is really interested on like foreign cultures. So usual sometimes to like some Korean people to approach you and ask you, hey, where are you from? So that's like really nice for like meeting them. So I think, yeah, that's how I met my Korean friends. It's like they approached me and like asked some things, and it's really nice for meeting like Korean people. Yeah, I think first of all, Korean people, if I see them in the street, I usually distinguish them by their looks, the clothes. Korean people follow usually the same like standards, or their fashion is simple but trendy. Then also, as I said, Korean people is really talkative. If they are studying English, they really like to improve their English, or to practice their English, speaking to some like strangers, foreign people, and that's really cool. Then, for example, Japanese people, if I look at them, they usually wear like really colorful clothes, but they are so shy. So sometimes it's hard to meet them because I feel like Chinese people, they are afraid of like speaking English. Also because I think Korean people knows English better. So also Chinese people, then one of the things that make me distinguish them in the street could be that they really like fancy clothes, and they also like to show off like expensive brands, so like the logos and everything. Then when it comes to personality, they are like much similar to Japanese in terms of like they don't talk much to like strangers or foreigners. So yeah, I think Korean people, like the face, for example, they also look more Western. Usually the eyes are like bigger, and also, especially girls, they follow the same trend for like lips and eyes, the makeup. Then Japanese girls, I think their teeth, I think they don't usually wear like braces, so they have like the same kind of smile. I think it's also something typical from their beauty. They find this like as a beautiful thing. Also, then Chinese people, I think they usually don't wear much makeup, at least in Spain. But if they wear makeup, it's like really simple. I hope so. Wow, okay, his son. I really like soccer, so he's Korean. I really like, sometimes I watch some like English soccer, and then I really pay attention. I think he's really popular in Korea, so when I watch any like Tottenham match, I'm always focused on Son. Yeah, my attention is always on him.
Do you think he's handsome?
Yeah, I think he's handsome. I think maybe he's Chinese. Maybe I don't know, his clothes. I don't know, the tie, like the pattern of the tie, and maybe also his eyes. I don't know, to me he doesn't look much like as the standard of like a Korean person, and I don't think he looks Japanese. So I just think he's Chinese. Okay. Oh my god. I think he could be maybe Korean. I think to me he looks more Western, like his nose look more Western. Yeah, I think so. I think he's Korean. I hope not to be offending anybody. I think she's Korean. I don't know her, but I think she's Korean. Her eyes are big and the shape of her face. Usually, I think Chinese people has like more like round face, and I think her jawline is different. So I think she could be Korean. Yeah, she's Susie. She's Korean and she's really beautiful. I think I saw her so many times in some advertisement, for example, and yeah, I think she's really popular in Korea. Yeah, I think she is. I think in Western countries we really like Asian faces because it's pretty different from us. So I think we find this really attractive, and she's really beautiful. Her eyes are really big, and yeah, she's so beautiful. I'm not sure, but I think she could be Japanese or Chinese. Her face is more like round, and her eyes and lips like smaller. I think he's Japanese. He's tan, and I know Japanese people also like white skin, but also his nose is like wider, and his mouth is like smaller. I think he looks Japanese. Oh, I'm confused right now. I think she could be maybe Korean, but I'm not completely sure. But yeah, maybe yes, because of her makeup and also like the hairstyle. I think she's Chinese, even though I'm not seeing her like from the front side. But I think her makeup, it's really like the most typical Asian, like red lips and the eyeliner. Her makeup is really simple. I think to me she looks Chinese. I think, yeah, maybe Chinese too, or oh my god. I think it confused me because her eyes are really big, so I will normally say Korean, but I'm not completely sure, so I will say Chinese. I think I did wrong.
Oh, your score
Wow.
is 60.
Wow, okay, not bad. Okay.
He is
Korean.
Do you think he is Chinese?
Yes, I think.
Yes, he is Chinese.
Oh, okay.
You said he's Korean.
Yeah.
He is enemy of Korea.
He's Japanese. I was thinking right now, like, maybe he's Japanese.
He is Prime Minister of Japan.
I'm so sorry. The second look, I thought, maybe he's Japanese.
You have to apologize to Korea.
I'm so sorry to the Korean citizens.
She is
Korean. Yeah. Wow, she confused me.
She is wife of Kim Jong-un.
Wow, okay.
She is North Korean.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't wear like any makeup, so that's why I didn't say Korean, just because, yeah, but it makes sense that she's from North Korea.
You said he is Japanese?
Yeah.
He is Korean swimmer.
Okay.
Represent
The Olympic Games or? Oh.
She is Japanese.
Yeah, I think she's cute. Her name is really Japanese. I just read it right now. Yeah.
You said
Chinese.
you're right.
Oh, okay.
She is top actress.
Actress.
You said she is Chinese, right?
Wow. Okay.
She is, do you know Uyghur?
Oh, no. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, her eyes are really big, so. I think I could have done better, especially with like idols or famous people. More difficult to distinguish them because they all have like really like fancy or cool like hairstyles and makeup, clothes. I think in like regular life, like in the street, sometimes it could be like easier to distinguish them. To me, like almost like every girl on the picture, especially like the young ones, they all look like really pretty. So it was hard. I think I could have done better. I think for me it was like Suchi. Yeah, I think she's really pretty and she has like a really natural beauty. I think she doesn't need a lot of makeup to look pretty, and As I said, I think she could be pretty like for all the Western people. She's like a standard beauty, no matter if she's Asian and like I'm Spanish, she's pretty. So in this video, we play like distinguishing some like idols and popular people in Asia. So if you like that video, subscribe and thumbs up. Bye bye.